Um, Anup, do you want to go ahead with analyzing walkers?
Yeah, I can, but it'll
I've
be
changed
more
the
or less
format for it.
the flavor will be the same thing as what others had said. So if you want, I can rush through, or you can skip. The
Could
choice
you
is
rush
yours.
through, please, if you don't mind? Because we are already an hour and 15 minutes in, and I want to finish in the next 10 minutes if I can.
Okay.
Because we are also learning this process. We are learning how to hold these meetings. I've never conducted a fitness Zoom meeting before. So next time we know what to do. We're getting better a little bit every time.
Okay, it's not something which is. I mean, it's just something which I had made in a slight bit of a rush. So, Rajiv, you there? Rajiv is supposed to. Hello, Rajiv, you there?
I think your friend's
Okay.
mute.
Anyway, I'll
Anup,
just
switch
go
on your
ahead
camera
and
so you're also there. We can see you as well.
stop. You can see me.
Nice suit.
You're making me wear this in the middle of the night. Okay. Anyway, see, if you look at this analysis which is there, I think we have a total of 73 people who have taken up walking, and I think that is a very impressive number that you have here, and it shows, it speaks a lot about walking as a preferred mode of exercise. And if you look at the number of hours spent per day, like I would say, I was, I mean, I didn't see this data earlier, but I'm really impressed with the number of hours which everybody has logged in. And the most interesting thing which I see here is the consistency in which everybody has logged in. Everybody, almost every day I see, though I was not able to go and all that, so but I used to see the leaderboard, and I used to see each message that the each update that comes, where each person says that he's completed a logout. And I was pretty impressed with the amount of commitment that people had towards walking. One thing I really feel is that it's something which is very easy to do. It's something which anybody can do at any point of time in the day, and I've seen people doing multiple walks in the day, and that is something which no other sport, I think, can give you that kind of a flexibility. And it's so easy to do it at any point whenever you are taking a break, half an hour, 15 minutes, even 20 minutes. See, you might see people walking for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, but that still shows a lot of commitment on their part, even though it might be for small breaks and things like that. And if you look at the entire amount of kilometers, if you look at the number of kilometers that people have walked, it comes to around 2,300 kilometers, which is from Kerala to some places in the Middle East. I think it's about 2,000 plus kilometers. So that's a phenomenal amount of effort that everybody has put in, and the consistency that is there, which is really impressive. I really want to. I've actually been very curious to know how some people can go more than 3 hours, 4 hours, and all that. So usually when I do it, I get kind of exhausted, I would say, or rather, I would feel get all kinds of aches in different places when I cross around 2.5 hours of walking and all that. But if Randeep or Renil can, or somebody who's been, I've actually been inspired by these people, and Sajjan, of course. Sajjan is, I wouldn't classify Sajjan as a normal human being. This the amount of kilometers that he has done, 81.6 kilometers in 6 days, is simply something which is, I would say, in professional league. It's nowhere near amateur league. It's professional league. I'm really impressed with that. But on the others, in terms of, say, Renil or a Rendeep, who've come from a long way, and they're showing consistent performance. If one of you can say, beyond 2 hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, what exactly, how, I mean, is there any specific, apart from stretching or something, is there something else that you can do to improve your thing? Because I end up with a lot of aches and pains. Is Renil or Randeep there?
I am
No. Yeah.
hear me?
Yes.
എന്തോന്നല്ലേ അറിയണ്ടേ?
ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് 2.5 കിലോമീറ്ററിന് 2.5 മണിക്കൂറിന് മേളിൽ നടക്കാൻ പറ്റുക? I
രണ്ടര
can't do
മണിക്കൂർ
it.
നടക്കാല്ല. Actually, I just split maybe 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. That's how. I don't walk continuously for 2.5 hours at a stretch. So I normally
Okay.
split it up. Maybe once, yeah. I've gone for 17 kilometers, which almost took 2 hours. Yeah, almost 3 hours. So that's the
Okay.
only time I've gone more than 2 hours. But normally I split it into 2 sessions, morning and evening. Yeah, but
No, but
yeah, yeah,
that
but I
that's
think
great
I think
actually because the
health.
commitment.
Yeah, I think it has given a lot of energy. I would say probably if you do a early morning walk and come, I think it's same for any exercise, right? If you do it, you come and you feel positive. You have a lot of energy in you, whatever exercise you do. So that's what I felt after starting walking. So
Okay. And
I think Ranel's secret is his wife walking along with him.
yeah, actually, to be
yeah.
frank, she started walking before. Like she started like in January, almost in January. I was so lazy, but then I started on March walking with her, giving her company. Yeah, but having a company definitely helps, and then you do a lot of talking, right? Like if you're in your home, you do a lot of working, and you have some other errands, but then you get your time also. That yes, that definitely helps.
So I mean, do you fight while talking or how is
Yeah, we try not to, but yes, there. Yeah, it's part of life.
it?
അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ആ
Okay.
മുടിവെട്ട് കേസ് വന്നത്.
That.
No commands, no commands.
Okay.
Certain days the calories burned is higher when they walk, so you can easily understand when they fight and when they're not.
നല്ല പരിചയമുണ്ടല്ലേ സുചിത?
Yeah, but here, just to add on for the sake of time, I was talking to Ullas this morning, and he was telling me that the amount of motivation that he's got out of this group has been really phenomenal, and he never thought that he could do this much amount of walking, this thing, and that is something which is very, very, very positive, and things that really help everyone. When you see people moving from 0 to 33 kilometers, 50 kilometers. I mean, he must have been doing something before, but the amount of commitment that is there is quite intense. Just one thing I would add to, like Rakesh was talking about the controversy. I mean, not the controversy, but the debate on between intensity and commitment. I think both are required. I mean, when we started off this group, we thought that the commitment factor is very critical, and I think that over a period of time, over a long period, over the long in the long term, the commitment is, I think, probably a shade higher than the intensity, because intensity is something which is very, very at present. It is something where you may be able to do these many activities in a particular day. Maybe 5 years later or 10 years later, that the number of activities that you may be able to do might be drastically different for different people. So the commitment, as long as we've made it a lifestyle, as long as we've made it a part of our lives, and I think having 73 people walking on a daily basis is proof enough that it has become a lifestyle, the walking chain. So I would say that yes, intensity has its kicks. You get a higher dopamine kick, you get your muscular strength in that, and you feel a lot better with running. I would say I've done both running and walking. I would say running gives you a better satisfaction because you feel that you've achieved something. But overall, walking, improves my general mood as well. So I think over a period of time, even if you can't run, or even if you can't do high intensity exercise, walking is very, very easy. I would strongly recommend it because I've been doing it for years. Just to share a bit, just 2 more minutes, I would take Javed to share my personal experiences on walking.
But you're not allowed to
I
use the word commitment or intensity anymore. If you do that, I'll call you Swami Nityananda. Just joking. Keep going.
Okay. So there is I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm sure there are many more experts here looking at this. I looking at this, the group that we are in. I sometimes feel I'm a novice, but I would share my personal experiences with whatever exercises that I've done. Uh, In terms of walking and swimming, I do a lot of swimming as well. But in terms of walking and swimming, these are two exercises where uh, your propensity to get injured, or your tendencies to do a mistake is very, very low. So these are very, very safe exercises, especially for a person like me who's been overweight for a very long time. These are exercises which I would which have helped me over the past, and in terms of keeping me relatively injury free. And the moment I started improving, I mean, increasing my running and all that, I realized how intense it can be and how injury prone I could be. So to be on the safer side, I think, walking is really good. And there is always a debate as to how much of walking is required, or how much of walking is good, how much of, now that's a very personal thing for me. I would say an average adult should do around 4 to 5 miles, which is about 6 to 7 kilometers of walking. That is good. Any pace which is between 15 to 20, if I talk in miles, 15 to 20 minutes per mile, or maybe 10 minutes a kilometer, that is good. Anything beyond that is also really good, in my opinion. One thing which I would strongly advise is, please keep yourself hydrated at all points of time, because when you're walking or when you're running, you realize you're dehydrated faster, but when you're walking, sometimes you don't realize it fast enough. And I have felt my fatigue levels have sometimes gone up so high because of dehydration. So just keep that in mind. But overall, in terms of improving at our age, which is 40 plus, improving your muscular, your skeletal, all your systems, even your digestive system, walking is definitely the thing. So whenever it's possible, please do walk. I'm a big fan of walking. Yeah, thanks, Javed.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. And great presentation, like a true marketeer. You just used an Excel and you spoke for a good 15 minutes. So thank you for that.